Comrades, to our Secretary General, good health. 1, 2, 3. Yum, yum, yum. Sing. Cheers to second.
Hold a press conference immediately after this to explain the details.
Trying to find PM Lee's magic cup.
Lee Hsien Loong magic cup. Hey, not the Pokemon, that magic cup.
I don't have a magic cup, but I'm working hard on my languages.
So I think everyone knows about SM's Magic Cup, and I want to confirm that indeed he is very fluent in English, in Mandarin and in Malay. There was an incident very early on when I wanted to, out of politeness, share with him a draft of my Malay speech. And I remember when he wrote back, and this was, I think, past midnight, and he sent an email and he was saying, oh, it's good. But here's some minor suggestions for you. And I was thinking like, oh my gosh, my higher Malay teacher would be so embarrassed of me. And I was like, man, how does he even pick up like that one kosong, I was like, he's truly very brilliant.
For a few years, he invited me to join some television staff and radio staff to go through his rehearsal of the National Day rally speech. He had this Confucian value, 三人行必有我师, don't look down on others. Even any three, one of them can be a teacher. Obviously, intellectually, in terms of knowledge, understanding, he's far better than all of us, right? And yet he took the trouble to ask. And he went through it, I think more than 25 times. So that's how careful and how meticulous he was in preparing for the National Day rally speech.
I was posted to MTI as a junior minister, and he was the Minister for Trade Industry. After a day's work, maybe I would have gone to the constituency, and then I go home, and then 11 o'clock I log on to the computer at home to see what kind of emails there might be, and there were sometimes a few emails from him. Then again, he said, if you want to sleep peacefully, finish the email. Next morning when I get up, I log on, he had already replied. So it shows how prompt he was in his work, and actually how hard and diligent he has been.
Once, there's a paper from my ministry. I had read it, it's okay, clear. He had read it, he called me late at night. And then he said, you look at paragraph 8, the table, and you compare it with the footnote and the data there. And it doesn't tally. That required him to have read everything, read all the footnotes, absorbed, analyzed everything. And this is only one of, several hundred papers that go to him. I, read footnotes, but I don't go and calculate the figures and compare. So it tells you how quick his brain is, how fast he works, how much absorption there is. And I've worked now with him for 16 years. I don't think people appreciate what a sense of humor he has. He wears his brilliance very lightly.
I'm very much touched by him, by the fact that he cares about asking you about your family, about your children, about what is happening to them, how are they progressing. When my father passed away, when my mom passed away, he gives the support that is necessary. Whilst one is grieving, he is able to encourage them and encourage me to be able to climb up and see things in a different perspective. That there are a lot of things in life that one needs to do, and one has to look forward to manage things, manage loss, events which are quite deep-hearted for people. He's able to console myself and others to look ahead and to be able to come up from the grief. And I can remember, he says, never give up, Vasu, never give up. It's very important in life that we should be striving and going ahead, climb up and then get on with life and do the best you can. And that is a very encouraging part of him to be able to do that.
Very often, I think between Secgen and party chairman, we work very closely together, and we manage the party's affairs, and he will spend time talking to individual party members. In particular, he's a soft spot for the older party members, especially those who have retired. So he spent a lot of time talking to them, explaining to them our policies and the party's direction and government direction. But at the same time, we need to adjust the party's direction so that we can keep pace with the newer generation. So I think he played a very important role in bridging the generation gaps within the party. And whether it's a party administration, the party structure, organization, or whether it's in the government as a Prime Minister when he was still a Prime Minister, he always thinks many steps ahead. And he will always suggest to us that you need to take a long-term view in many of these. It's not just the effect of your immediate decision, but the impact it will have for the future.
We worked together for close to 3 decades, or more than 3 decades. I think the track record speaks for itself. I mean, he has literally transformed Singapore, both internally, social policies. He has reviewed them comprehensively, of course, together with cabinet colleagues, and make the society more resilient, more inclusive. And externally, he has flown the Singapore flag real high. I think, in short, he has kept Singapore special. And of course, an experienced hand like Secgen, you can't get a better mentor than him.
Thank you, Secgen.
Thank you, Azam.
Thank you, Secgen.
Thank you, Secgen.
Thank you, Loong.
Thank you, Secgen.
Thank you, Secgen.
He also allows himself up to 20 minutes of TikTok videos at one particular time. Unfortunately, there's no cat videos on his feed, but I am determined to infiltrate it with cat videos soon enough.
When I first met him, I used a short form in calling him Loong. At the start, people see him, si Seng. Seng is actually a student, you know.
On one such occasion, I forgot to switch off my handphone. And when he was busy talking to the leader, my handphone rang very loudly. And he assured me, no problem, just forget about it. So it shows part of his character.
He called me to his office, so I was thinking in my mind as I was driving to the office, thinking through what have I done wrong. By the time I reached there, he said, sit down, I have a favor to ask of you. I said, what? What do you want me to do? Can I persuade you to be a party chairman?
When I was in MTI, I was quite regularly down with flu. He observed. One day, he gave me this device to help me to breathe easier.
And when you talk to him, when people in cabinet, when we discuss on other occasions, he always has a humorous take and very witty. I don't think the public see that side of him too much.
Right now, we are both grandfathers, so we have much to share. So of course, we talk about grandchildren too.
I don't think anyone knows that he actually plays basketball.
Every time we came here, we talk at the branch, sometimes we talk something, he start to laugh. Ha 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 ha! I don't remember what is it all about. I describe Mr. Lee as a very humorous person, very honest and very helpful, and he has done a lot for Singapore. Thank you very much. I wish him good health, happiness and success in everything.